Hi gang, Scott Davenport here. In today's video, I have a tip for you about adding a watermark to your photos in Luminar. If you're enjoying my channel, haven't subscribed yet, hit the little button down there in the corner of the video. Really appreciate it if you come back for another session of photo tips. And with that, let's take a look at Luminar here. And I want to add a watermark to this when I export. Now, when we go up to the export window, right, we go up here and we say export and we look, we don't have any options whatsoever to add a watermark. That's just not part of the export flow. But Luminar has layers. We can add our watermark as a layer, size it, tailor it, and then when we export, it will include our watermark. So how do we do that? Well, first I'll bring the photo into the edit module and make sure that the layers panel is opened up, right? You want this to be expanded. And from here, I want to add the watermark, and I will go here to plus and choose a new image layer. Now you want to have a watermark that is, this is going to work with black and white. If you have a like a PNG file, those don't come in very well as layers. A PSD might work better, but I work with black and white watermarks and just save them out as a JPEG. So get yourself a black and white watermark and I'll bring that in as a layer. Right, now the first thing is it gets all kind of squashed and squeezed in because Luminar is trying to fit this into whatever size your canvas is. So right click on that layer and choose image mapping and let's just say fit. That's looking better. Now we got a few things to do here. Obviously this is way too big and it's covering up most of my photo. So first we'll transform the layer to get this signature or a watermark into a proper place. And then we'll deal with the coloring of that. So how do we take care of sizing it? We'll go to free transform in the tools, make sure my aspect ratio is locked, and I'll just drag one of the corners. And let's just say I want to put this down somewhere in the lower right corner for this photo. All right, great, hit done. Now for the coloring. If you have a black print on a white background, the kind of thing you can create in any word processing program, really simple to do. It's great technique to just go into the blending options and I will choose darken. And what that does, if I hit that, notice all the white disappears. This tells Luminar only show the pixels that are dark compared to what's beneath it. Well, if you have a black logo, well, those are going to be the darkest pixels possible. That's what will show up and everything else will disappear. Now, if you're doing like a signature on a piece of paper and you scan it in, it might have like more of a grayish, eggshell white type background. You need to make sure that background's purely white. Now, what if you want to have a white signature on a dark background? Like this corner of the photo, yeah, it's kind of dark and this gets lost a bit. Well, just like any layer in Luminar, we can add filters, and I will add a curves filter. Now, if you're not familiar with curves, you don't really have to worry about it for a watermark. All we're going to do is take what's defined as the black point down here and say, I want the black to be pure white. And I want pure white to be pure black. And I've got this almost like hollow looking thing, which in and of itself opens up some interesting possibilities. Now I've reversed things, but I need to change that blending mode from darken, right click, to lighten. And now I have a white logo, white watermark showing through my photo. And from here I can export and I'm all good to go. And once I don't care about having this watermark on there, I can just turn off the layer, make it invisible, and we do not have to delete that layer if you don't want to. So that's how you add your watermarks to Luminar. Do it in the layers panel, get a black text or black pixels on a white background, and it's very easy to change the blending options for that layer, or if you need to, add a curves to flip black and white, and you're good to go. Hope you enjoyed the tip. Thanks very much for watching, and until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Happy shooting.